For as long as I can remember, I have been raised as T.B Joshua's daughter.
I knew the child, Ajoke, right from birth.
She's his actual daughter, his biological daughter, with another woman outside of wedlock.
He doesn't seem to like her very much.
Ajoke grew inside the synagogue, like an outcast.
I think he wanted to keep her a secret. I don't think he wanted anyone to know who she was. The message about Ajoke was that she had terrible evil spirits that needed to be driven out. There was a time in the disciples' meetings, he said that people could beat her. Anyone in the female dormitory could just hit her. And I saw people just walking in, just slapping her as they walked past.
Ajoke, little thing, you see somebody slap her.
We're talking about years and years of abuse, consistent abuse that wasn't ending.
He hated her, and he punished her for being born. Her existence was probably the biggest threat to his reputation.
I couldn't even have an identity. That kind of pain cannot be put into words. I felt like, maybe I really don't deserve to be alive.
What's her fault? What has that girl done? It pains me. She was still very young that time. Can you imagine how heartless we were?
Every time I was beaten up, every time I was humiliated, it just reminded me that there was something wrong with that system. I saw female disciples going up to his room. They were away, they were going away for hours. I was hearing things, oh, this happened to me, oh, he tried sleeping with me. Too many people were saying the same thing. Accounts firsthand of people who had experienced sexual abuse.
She got to know who he was, and she could not manage it quietly. She escalated it.
I couldn't take it anymore. I walked directly into his office and I went off. I shouted at the top of my voice, "Why are you doing all of this? Why are you hurting all of these women? You're using this woman. You're sleeping with this woman." I had lost every iota of fear for this man. He was shocked. He was beyond shocked, and he couldn't hide it. He tried to, stare me down. Why? I was looking at his eyes.
He got stirred up, claiming innocence to the disciples. When he's angry, it's like he can kill. He was the first person that started hitting her. Then other people joined. He was saying, can you imagine what he's saying about me? Even as much as they were hitting her, beating her, she was still saying the same thing she was saying. You are having an affair with all these women here. She said it plainly to him.
Disciples dragged me out to the office. I was put in a room totally isolated from the rest of the church.
He would lock her up in a room for months. I'm not telling you weeks, months.
I wonder how I lived through that time, because they were hitting me with belts, chains. I couldn't even stand up for days after this beating. I couldn't take a shower. He was trying so hard to stop people from listening to me. It just felt threatened by the fact that I knew the things that was happening.
Ajoke was bold enough